This is San Diego News Daily.
Hello and welcome to San Diego News Daily. I'm Dana Williams. First up, the debate continues at City Hall over San Diego's budget woes. This week, City Council has been holding hearings to discuss the impact of Mayor Todd Gloria's proposed budget for city departments. Yesterday, they focused on the police department and San Diego Fire Rescue. And the mayor has said public safety and homeless services are his priorities. In the proposed budget, though, both SDPD and fire take up $7 million of the city's general fund. That means both would see a reduction in staff. The PD would lose 11 lieutenants, 13 sergeants, and 10 civilian positions. Fire would shrink the number of community resources and recruitment captains and lose several bomb squad positions. Fire Chief Robert Logan, though, says the department would be able to run smoothly even despite those changes.
I honor all my resources, or respect all my resources. I would love to keep all of them. But in this tough financial time, we need to be good team players, and we can get it done.
He seems certainly understanding there, but those are not the only things at risk of cuts. The budget crisis could also put one of the city's most iconic holiday traditions on the chopping block. City leaders say they are thinking about downsizing or even ending the December nights holiday celebration at Balboa Park. To be clear, though, talks are just part of a discussion with City Council and not a final decision. But even the possibility is not sitting well with longtime organizers. We got a statement from Mayor Gloria's office, which reads in part, quote, "We know that December nights is a cherished San Diego tradition, and we understand how important this event is to residents, families, local businesses, and Balboa Park institutions. At the same time, December nights is also a large-scale event that requires significant city operational support to the tune of $1.5 million for public safety, park operations, contractors, and more. In a constrained budget year, those costs are part of the broader conversation the city and the council are evaluating."
I would just say that this crosses all genres and all people groups, and it affects everybody in our city. And I think it would create greater anxiety and greater backlash than it would help in the budget.
I understand that this city has budget problems, and I get why, but there are some things that you really shouldn't cut, and I think the celebration of Christmas is one of them.
And another target may be Parks and Recreation Center, as the mayor's current proposal slashes $5.4 million from the department, and that could shut down this La Jolla Recreation Center. It's been open for more than a century. NBC7's Jeanette Casada has more.
The La Jolla Rec Center has been a hub for many locals for well over a century, and now the possibility of it closing has many asking the city to reconsider that option.
I think the rec center is a great place to hang with your friends and play sports. Also, there's a lot of people come here for birthday parties, and I feel like if we take the rec center away, there's a couple more places to have birthday parties, but I feel like this is just a great place.
Hannah Silverberg is among the hundreds of people who spent time at La Jolla Recreation Center.
I mean, I kind of use it as a baseball field. Well, I like to come here and hang out with my friends and play soccer, all sports.
The 100-year-old facility has been a staple in the community, but the city of San Diego says it could be on the chopping block as part of its proposed budget cuts. According to city analysis, shutting down La Jolla Recreation Center would save the city at least $200,000 a year. In a statement to NBC7, a spokesperson for the city said in part, "Should the La Jolla Recreation Center be selected as a site to be fully closed when the fiscal year 27 budget is adopted, it would no longer function as a recreation center, but the surrounding park and playgrounds would be open as they are now and would continue to be maintained." La Jolla residents like Matt Powers say shutting the center should not even be an option.
Like seniors use the inside space, they host classes here. They host meetings where lifeguards come and talk about safeties.
A local mother created this online petition to stop the closure. She said in part, the La Jolla Rec Center is truly a special place where people of all ages and backgrounds can meet and spend time together. It would be a huge loss and absolutely devastating to our community if we lost such a diverse and safe community recreational space. Stephanie Silverberg agrees.
Money does add up, but at the same time, this is part of the community, and so many kids and families come here, and it's just too important to have anything, clothes or change.
Other neighbors like Carrie Morrison say there should be other alternatives for the city to consider.
I think we could get around that. I think we should keep the rec center open. And as you can see today, there's a lot of kids here, and it's really about, providing a place for the kids to go.
Jeanette Quesada, NBC 7.
And more to come on that, certainly. And a lawsuit against the city of San Diego's trash fee for single-family homes was set to go to trial in just a few days, but now that is not going to happen. The city says they've reached a settlement that will be considered by the city council on Monday. A group of taxpayers initially sued the city after the trash fee passed, arguing that the city is charging more than what it actually costs to collect. Last month, the city asked a judge to throw it out, but the judge denied that request. No details about the settlement have been released, but if the city council approves it, opening statements that were set to take place on Tuesday would, of course, be canceled. And we do have a road closure to tell you about that is still going on this morning. All southbound lanes of the 163 from the 8 to the 5 are closed. Caltrans says crews are picking up trash, trimming trees, overgrown bushes, and they're repairing the damaged pavement. It all started at 3 a.m. overnight or early this morning, and it goes until about 1 p.m. today. If you take public transportation, MTS says bus services will be escorted through the area during the closure. And our NBC 7 meteorologist Brooke Martell will have a look at your weather right after this.
On January 22nd, I got a phone call from my daughter.
Rolling.
All right. She said, "Mom, the water's already waist high," and we were all scrambling.
There's been 2 wildfires that have come through. We were able to watch NBC 7, and we knew that as long as they were there, we were going to be okay.
We're going to be here. We're going to keep an eye on things.
Because of you guys, they acted.
This is the source of all of this neighborhood's problems.
Everything can be so unpredictable, and we rely on this coverage.
And that's a tornado warning.
Happy Saturday. Here's a look at what you need to know. So we have some patchy morning fog, but by this afternoon, mostly clear and really warm away from the coastline. For Mother's Day, we have pleasant conditions, but we'll have more of that morning fog before we start to see those blue skies. Out over La Jolla for this afternoon, upper 60s in the forecast. Partly cloudy skies. Taking a look at the rip current risk, it is going to be moderate, so just be careful. Swim, surf near a lifeguard tower. Wave heights from 2 to 4 feet. Water temperature from the low 60s. And if you are heading to Petco Park today, the Padres are taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. And first pitch is going to be at 4:15 this afternoon. You get some low 70s by that point. Mostly sunny skies. We actually stayed close to those 70s, even through about 7 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, mid 60s are back. We'll start to see the return of some of that fog and marine layer out along the coast by that point. But your daytime highs, they look really nice. They look very comfortable. If you're heading to the beach, mid to upper 60s. So we're hovering just below the 70-degree mark, but we're trending warmer over downtown. Over those inland valley communities, 70s up to the mid 80s. Yes, we are trending above seasonal averages for many of those areas across the interior. Same thing goes for the mountains, upper 70s to the upper 80s today. Strong westerly winds at times. We'll also get some gusty wind conditions periodically over the desert region. We have triple-digit heat there today. That's going to be a factor through the next few days, and we have that extreme heat warning going into effect, which we'll talk more about in just a moment. But focusing on the wind speeds heading into late this morning, early this afternoon, right around lunchtime, that's when the conditions pick up a little bit more. But you can see over the mountains, over the desert region, we're right within that window of about 20 to 25 miles per hour. But again, those winds could gust and be a little bit stronger at times. Late tonight into early tomorrow morning, the return of that marine layer at the coast and over the valleys. Mother's Day forecast for you looks really nice. A couple of degrees warmer even by tomorrow. So we're looking at low 70s at the coast. We'll still get those 80s over the inland valleys and the mountain communities. And we'll have about 104 degrees, particularly over Borrego Springs. Extreme heat warning will be going into effect as well. So high pressure is building over the southwest. We have that warm sinking air driving those temperatures up. This will be a factor as we go into Monday. By Tuesday, it starts to let up a little bit, but we still have some of those daytime highs that could be trending above the seasonal average. So here's a look at that extreme heat warning. Again, this doesn't go into effect until tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock for only the desert regions. Lasts until Monday night until 8 p.m. Daytime highs from 104 up to 108 degrees. And just make sure you're staying hydrated, limiting your time outside. Make sure the pets have plenty of water and shade. Your 10-day forecast shows that the temperatures, again, increase even a little bit more by Monday. Upper 70s at the coast, mid 80s by that point for the inland valleys.
Even after Monday, I said that we're going to be tapering off, cooling down just a little bit. We're still, in some cases, trending above seasonal averages, especially when you see 80s hanging out for the Inland Valley communities through next week, 70s for the mountain community starting on Tuesday, taking us into next weekend. Desert region will get a little bit of a break from triple-digit heat, but even by Wednesday, we're right around those upper 90s before we get back to some mid-90s and warm up a little bit more, Dana, by next weekend.
Brooke, look at that. Very San Diego. Thanks so much. And tickets for the 2026 summer racing season at Del Mar are officially on sale. This year, there's a lineup of new and fan favorite events, including a new VIP opening day experience. There will also officially be a new first post time on Fridays, with races now starting at 2 p.m. The season runs July 17th through September 7th, with racing Thursdays through Sundays and on Labor Day. And there's more coverage you can count on at NBC7.com. I'm Dana Williams. Thanks so much for watching.